of superheated metal. The sergeant spat. The spittle exploded as it touched the wall. He turned and smiled. The execution squad was ready. A sudden squall erupted, drenching the crowd and sending up hissing clouds of steam from the wall. It stopped as quickly as it had begun, leaving the crowd miserable in the humid atmosphere. There was a nervous buzz here and there. Among so many beings, fear can keep the silence only so long. "This is the 4th time in as many cycles," a young Suzdal yipped at his packmate. "Every time the jokey police come hammering on the door to call us to the square, I think this time they're coming for us." His little snout was wrinkled back with fear, exposing sharp, chattering teeth. "It's nothing to do with us, dear," his packmate said. She rubbed the thick furred hump that protruded above her muzzle against the adolescent male, spreading soothing hormone. "They only want the black marketeers." "But all of us do it," the frightened Suzdal yipped. "There's no other way to live. We'd all starve without the black market." "Hush, someone will hear," his packmate warned. "This is human doings. As long as they're killing Jokians or Torks, we mind our own business." "I can't help it. It feels like what some humans call Judgment Day. Like we're all doomed. Look at the weather. Everybody's talking about it. No one's seen anything like it. Even the old ones say it's never been like this on Joki. Freezing cold one day, blistering hot the next, snowstorms, then floods and cyclones. When I woke this morning, I thought it smelled like spring outside. Now look." He pointed at the heavy black storm clouds overhead. "Now don't get yourself overwrought," his packmate said. "Not even the Kaken can control the weather." "He's going to get us eventually, and then—" The young Suzdal shuddered. "Do you know any one being who has been executed yet who was really guilty? Of anything big?" "Of course not, dear. Now be quiet. It'll be over with soon." And she rubbed more hormone into his fur. Soon the chattering teeth were still. There was a crash and a boom and howl of music over the great loudspeakers, so loud that the foliage in the scattered parks of the square shivered with the beat. The gold-robed Kaken guard trotted, spear formation, out of the palace. At the apex of the spear was a floating platform, bearing the Kaken on his high back, gilded throne. The whole group quick-marched to a position just near the killing wall. The platform settled to the ground. The old Kaken peered about him with suspicious, rheumy eyes. He wrinkled his nose at the close smell of the crowd. An ever-attentive privy aide caught the gesture and sprayed the Kaken with his favorite sweet-scented incense. The old man pulled a decorated flask of methquil from his belt, uncorked it, and took a long drink. It quick-fired through his veins. His heart raced, and his eyes cleared along with his enthusiasm. "Bring them out!" he barked. It was an old, shrill sound, but it put the fear of the cowardly gods who tended this place into his servants. Orders were whispered down the line. In front of the killing wall, metal hissed on oiled bearings, and a dark hole yawned. There was a hum of machinery, and a wide platform rose up to fill the hole. There was a long, audible shudder from the crowd when they saw the prisoners standing there in their chains, blinking in the dim light. Soldiers hustled forward and prodded the 45 men and women to the wall. Metal bands emerged from the wall and clamped them into place. The prisoners looked at the Kaken with stunned eyes. He took another pull on his flask and giggled with the heat of the methquil. "Get on with it!" The black-robed inquisitor stepped forward and began reading the names and confessions of each of the assembled felons. Their list of crimes boomed over the loudspeakers. Conspiracy to profit, hoarding of rationed goods, theft from the markets of the Joki elite, abuse of office to profit. On and on it went. The old Kaken frowned at each charge, then nodded and smiled at each disposition of guilt. Finally,